Okay, this drill I'm about to show you is called our body motion drill. Excellent drill to do daily. Really gives you a better understanding of how you're using your body on both your backswing and your follow through. Alright, so to do this drill, you can do it with or without a golf club. I'll demonstrate it first with no golf club. You can do it at home in front of your mirror. Very simple. Take my normal 6-7 iron setup, correct width of stance, correct posture, and all I'm simply going to do is crisscross my arms up on my shoulders. Alright, now to get me loaded into my backswing, I'm going to allow my shoulders to coil 90 degrees, 90 to 100 degrees to my right. As I do that, as I let my upper body wind, I want to wind my upper body against the resistance of my lower body. That's going to create some torque in your golf swing. So as I go back and work my shoulders, my right hip is going to pivot, turn back behind me slightly. I'm going to keep some flex in this back leg, and I'm going to feel the weight build up on the inside of my right leg. So I'll feel some pressure on the inside of my right foot and the inside of my right leg. So again, as I coil into my backswing, I'm looking for 90 to 100 degrees against a real solid right leg. So the feeling you want to have here is a little bit of that pressure on the inside, kind of like a pitcher does in baseball where they have the mound or the rubber. I'm going to use this leverage to get myself shifting back over to the left. So again, as I coil against the inside of my right leg, when I start my downswing, I want to use that leverage to push, get my weight moving back over to my left side, get into my rotation and finish. Alright, so again, on my backswing, the keys that I'm looking for here, working the shoulders 90 to 100 degrees against the inside of that right leg. Right knee is going to stay flexed like it was at setup. You should feel some tension on the inside of that back foot. Some common mistakes we see on the backswing, if you're doing it wrong or improperly, there's going to be some level change where people set up, they grow when they turn into their backswing, so now I'm straight up and down, it's lifting, so I'm going to have to dip to start my downswing, otherwise I'm not going to hit it, or vice versa. We'll see some lowering or dipping in their backswing. Again, same thing, I'm going to have to stand up to hit the golf ball cleanly. Some things we see with the lower body, swaying or letting your hips drift laterally on your backswing, that's going to get the weight to the outside of your foot. Right hip's going to get higher. It's going to be very difficult to get back over to my left side. The other common thing we see is when people swing back to the top, they don't allow their weight to shift to the inside of the right foot, and they'll do what we call a reverse pivot. They'll swing back and actually make the front leg their backswing support post. So their weight will actually switch or shift to their left side on their backswing. What happens from here is if I'm all on my left side, typically the player is going to fall back onto their back foot to hit the golf ball. All right? So what we're looking for again is a real solid shoulder turn. You should feel some weight shift to the inside of your right foot. To get me started the other way, this is very critical to a good golf swing. To get me started the other way, there's got to be a shift laterally first. You do not want to rotate first. Lateral, get the weight moving back over to the left side, followed by your rotation. All right, so I'll do it all together. So again, good coil with the upper body, a little bit of shift onto the inside of the right foot, lateral, rotation. Okay, if I use a golf club, just switch angles here. Same drill. You're going to be able to understand some of the angles that you create at setup and how you want to keep them throughout your golf swing. So if I do the same thing, crisscross my arms across my shoulders, just add the golf club, get into my posture. As I swing into my backswing, as I load my shoulders against the inside of my right leg, you'll notice how my shoulders turn around my spine. Okay, this is very, very important. My shoulders are going to turn around the spine angle I created at setup. So if I lift, you're going to notice that the club shaft gets extremely flat, and if I were to dip, you'll notice that the club shaft gets extremely steep. Okay? Now if you pay attention to my lower body, as I work into my backswing, you'll notice my right leg is going to maintain the angles that I set up with. So what we see a lot of times when people make mistakes is as they swing back, they'll add flex to their knees, or they'll straight up lock their knee. All right? That's going to cause some level change, make it real difficult to hit the ball consistently. So again, doing the drill from this side, shoulders are going to turn around my spine. As I shift back over to my left side, as I get my weight moving back to the left, you're going to notice that my right shoulder is going to lower. This shift in the downswing is what helps people swing on plane better. If I don't shift to start my downswing, if I rotate first, you'll notice that the club and my right shoulder jet out. That's a classic over-the-top move. By me shifting laterally first to start my downswing, my right shoulder is going to lower and then rotate around. Okay? So it's real important to understand your body motion on both sides of your swing. Okay, so using our body motion drill and doing it correctly every single day is going to really help you understand your golf swing a whole lot better. Two analogies that are great as far as body motion is concerned. Just think about real good baseball players. They're at home plate, here comes the pitch. All great hitters are going to step laterally first into the pitch. So their sequence of motion is no different than a good golf swing. They're going to step laterally. As they step into the pitch, the bat's going to lower. Then they're going to rotate, the bat's going to flatten. And the last thing they're going to do is hit the pitch. So imagine a Major League Baseball player at home plate rotating first, then stepping. You can see how completely out of sequence that is. A lot of people do that in their golf swing, unfortunately. Same thing with good tennis players. I know a lot of you play tennis. Ball comes over the net. The first thing you do is you step into the ball, the racket goes back, you rotate, and you hit the ball. Ball comes over the net, imagine rotating first, then stepping, trying to hit it, completely out of sequence. Okay? So any athletic motion, whether it's baseball players, tennis players, throwing a ball, there's a certain sequence. Shift, rotate, throw or hit. Same thing with your golf swing.